Sometimes we genuinely need to perform a truly excellent and thorough retouch in a very, very short amount of available time. To do this, I make 2 copies of the main layer and make sure to name them. I select the top layer as basic texture and the bottom one as soft screen. I convert both layers to smart objects and then deactivate the top layer. With the bottom layer selected, I go to the filter menu, choose noise, and then select median. For this image, for example, I pick a value like 120. I try to choose a number that completely blurs the portrait. I want it to become completely blurred so that no texture is visible. Then I click OK. But don't worry about anything, because we're using smart objects. This allows us to easily change that value anywhere in the project or for different images whenever we want. I press Ctrl plus Shift plus N to create a new layer and give it a name. I set the brush mode to overlay for the texture, and I definitely fill it with a gray layer. I click OK, and again, we'll modify this layer. I convert it to a smart object, go to the filter menu, select noise, and choose Add Noise. Make sure that both the uniform and monochromatic options are enabled. I choose a value like 30 for this image. Again, I go to the filter menu and select the blur option. Gaussian blur. I set the amount to 1.8 for this, just a slight blur so that it only slightly softens your noise. I select the top layer and activate it. I convert its visibility to Smart Object, go to the filter menu, choose Other, and select High Pass. Use the same value you use for blur for the High Pass option as well. 1.8. I confirm it, change its mode, and set it to Linear Light. Now I just need to merge these layers that I created together into a group using Command G, and then I use my mask. I hold down the Option key. I will now proceed to click on the mask layer, subsequently changing my brush color to a pristine white, and then meticulously begin to paint. Within the designated mask area, I am able to effortlessly and clearly observe the precise retouching results that I am actively working on and refining in real time, ensuring accuracy and precision throughout the entire process. It's possible that when you do this, your highlight areas and shaded areas, that is, your light and shadow parts, might disappear. To be able to effectively recover and meticulously bring back those specific areas, I will carefully double-click and then precisely use this particular option. By utilizing the comprehensive blending options and by thoughtfully holding down the Option key on my keyboard, I can then successfully bring back the distinct light and dark areas, ensuring a complete restoration. If you look now, you can see the before and after, and wherever it's needed, you can easily use your brush and black color to return any part you want to its previous state. Like the corners of the lips, on the nose, or any areas that needed more shadow. Now I can once again check the before and after. As you can see, we achieved a relatively good result in a very short time. Of course, guys, there are many different techniques for retouching, but sometimes, depending on our needs, we have to use those techniques accordingly. There is no absolute good or bad, it's just us who decide which technique to add and when. This technique is suitable for situations where you don't have much time for retouching, or maybe your work is such that it won't be printed in large sizes, or you don't need your image to be highly magnified. In these cases, I can easily use this technique, and it gives me relatively good results. Now, if you feel like you're going to use this technique several times throughout the day, it's better to create an action for it. And I can use this action for different images as well. Stay with me so I can show you how smoothly creating an action works as I continue. Pay attention. When you want to create an action, avoid unnecessary clicks, because every click I make counts as a command that the action is recording. It certainly does. To accomplish this, I will navigate to the window menu and then activate the Actions panel. First, I will proceed to create a brand new set. I will create it with my own personal name, Payman-Fast Retouch. I click OK, and here I go. I create a new action here. I name it the same, Fast Retouching. I assign a function key to it. You specify it. For example, I set it to F3. Along with Shift, I press Record to create a new layer as well. I use the Create New Layer option, and by pressing Option Command Shift E, I merge the layers together. From the layer I just created, I make a copy using Ctrl plus J, double-click on it, and change its name to Basic Texture Mode. and I disable the visibility of the eye icon. To select the specific layer below, I need to utilize my own shortcuts. By simply pressing Option along with the corresponding bracket key, I select the layer below, G. I then rename this newly selected layer to Soft Skin. I right-click and convert it to a smart object, go to the filter menu, select noise greater than median, set the value to 120, and click OK. To create a new layer, I press Command plus Shift plus N, and again, I name it. I select the texture, change its blend mode to the first option, and definitely fill it with a quick gray layer. I click OK. Again, I convert this layer to a smart object, go to the filter menu, and activate the Add Noise option under Noise. We make sure that uniform and monochromatic are enabled, then I click OK. Again, I go to the filter menu and apply a slight blur. To select the top layer, it's fine to click here because we've named the layers, so we can easily select the desired layer. I select that same layer and enable its visibility. I right-click and convert it to a smart object again, then go to the filter menu, choose Other, and select High Pass. I set the desired value, change its blend mode, and set it to linear light. To select the underlying layers, I hold down the Option key and add Shift along with the bracket key. So Option plus Shift plus bracket selects the lower layer and the one below that, so my 3 desired layers are selected. By pressing Command plus G, I put them into a group, and using the blending options, I remove the highlight and shadow areas as needed. Okay, by carefully holding down the Option key and then clicking on Mask, my mask is now fully activated in an inverted way. Now, all we need to do up to this point is to diligently save our action. So I will click on Save, and as you can clearly see, this entire process has been completely recorded for me. Let's now test it on another image. I will select this image, and all I have to do is simply activate the action we created. I click play on the action. It was created for me. Using my brush and pen, I start with the color white. I move over different parts of the skin. As you can see, doing this will now be possible in just a few seconds. And the interesting point here is that if you feel, depending on your image, which could be large or small, the values aren't suitable, you can easily double-click on that filter, go to the one you want, and change its value. So we can very easily and efficiently achieve a truly excellent and highly satisfactory result in our detailed retouching process in a very short and manageable amount of time, allowing for quick and effective improvements. If you feel there are parts you need to bring back again, by changing your brush to black, you can easily restore those areas. I'm carefully restoring these intricate parts to add much more visual depth to the overall image as well. Now I can very easily, before I proceed with anything else, begin to